Hello everyone, welcome to the first video that I'm going to record about the chapter 7 2D shapes. Hey, because I already discussed chapter paragraph 7.1 with you guys in class about the median and altitude, right? I'm just going to skip that and I'm now going to start with 7.2, properties of special triangles. What you will see during this paragraph is that there aren't really any calculations yet. They're really going to test whether you understand these three types of different special triangles. And later on we're going to use those when we're going to calculate angles as well. But first we're going to introduce them to you. The so-called Isosceles Triangle, the Equilateral Triangle, and last but certainly not least, the Right-Angled Triangle. Let's discuss the Isosceles Triangle first. As you can see right here, there are quite a few words in English that you should know the translation of, right? To start off, let's first get this thing to our marker. To start off, they say an Isosceles Triangle is a triangle with two equal sides. In Nederlands is het een gelijkbenige driehoek. Waarom benig? Well, if you're going to take a look, in an isosceles triangle, the sides and angles have special names. The sides of equal length, are called the legs, the benen. So in this example here, those two lines have the same length, so they're called the legs of this isosceles triangle. The other one, which does not have the same length as the legs, is called the base or the basis. The angles there are called the base angles, right? The basishoeken, because they are at the base. Well, the other angle is called the vertex angle of the top hook, right? That's the one that doesn't, which opposes the base, you could say. It's where the two legs come together. Hey, they call this the vertex angle of the top hook in het Nederlands, but this doesn't always have to be the angle that's pointing upwards, right? Because if I'm going to now rotate my triangle, remember, those two lines have the same length, so those two are the legs. Then this must be my base, and as you can see here, my vertex angle is right here. An isosceles triangle has one axis of symmetry, right here, this red line. Because of the symmetry, we can see that the base angles are equal. So those angles are also always the same. You see that happening here as well. They mark it with crosses or with circles right here. If you know a triangle has two equal angles, then you know it's an isosceles triangle. So if I have a triangle with two equal angles, I know this is an isosceles triangle. Als ik een driehoek heb met twee gelijke hoeken, dan weet ik dit is een gelijkbenige driehoek. Okay, that's the first special triangle. The second one is even more special, you could say. That's an equilateral triangle, or in Dutch een gelijkzijdige driehoek. Het zit al een beetje in de naam. Here, all the sides are equal. They have the same length, which means that they have the same angle everywhere as well. And these angles are always 60 degrees in an equilateral triangle. They don't say that right here, but you can use this knowledge sometimes. So this one is 60 degrees, this one is 60 degrees, and this one as well. And all the sides have the same length. Where if I go back to our isosceles triangle, two have the same length, right? Here, all three of them have. And they also all have axis of symmetry starting from their angle. And also one going right here. That's the same one that you saw here, right? From the vertex angle. Here, they start from all angles. And you could say it also has rotational symmetry of 120 degrees. We don't use that much during this chapter, however. It is nice to know that they, however, have the same length and the angles are the same. And they are always 60 degrees. Okay, so we have isosceles triangles, we have equilateral triangles, and the last one we already, well, encountered quite a few times. That's the so-called right-angled triangle. What is so right-angled about a right-angled triangle? Well, it is right-angled, right? It has a right angle in it. Het is een rechthoekige driehoek, want er zit een hoek van 90 graden in. This means, because this angle is 90 degrees, that the other two, well, they don't always have to be 45 degrees, but they are at least less than 90 degrees. Sometimes, if you have something like this, that's called an isosceles right-angled triangle. Een gelijkbenige rechthoekige driehoek. There is a right angle here, and two of the sides have the same length. If that's the case, then you know that the other two angles are 45 degrees. Here, it doesn't have to be, right? This is an example. There are many other examples as well, where those two remaining angles can have different values. Okay, so a quick summary. An isosceles triangle has two equal sides and two equal angles. An equilateral triangle has three equal sides and three equal angles, which all are 60 degrees. And a right angle triangle has a 90 degrees angle. Okay? Then here, ooh, that's certainly not the correct glossary right here, right? That's the glossary of previous paragraph. I haven't changed that up yet. So in your case, go back into my video. You can see, certainly know the terms that are given right here at the isosceles triangle. Write them down in your glossary because there are quite a few that are important to remember. Practice and remember there are separate videos available about a few exercises. I elaborate them in separate videos. Watch them if you find those exercises difficult. Good luck, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask.